We wanted to enjoy some cherry blossoms in Fukuoka, but instead, we got lost in the mountains, discovered a random waterfall, and learned we're definitely not made for hiking. At least the brownies and burgers made up for it. It didn't go as planned, but that's what makes this journey unforgettable. Since 2018, we were saving up money for our wedding and our honeymoon in Japan. We planned everything for April 2020, but then Corona took over the world, and it changed everything. We still got married, but no party or honeymoon. And Japan was closing its borders for a long time. So we postponed our journey again, and again, and again. And I admit I was ugly crying at least 2 times, because I always dreamed of going on a honeymoon traveling adventure. But then, in October 2022, Japan officially opened its borders again, and we could finally start planning and fly over to Japan for our 3 months honeymoon. And if you like, you can follow us through our 3 months journey through Japan. And this is part 33. We started our day by going to the Green Bean to Bar shop, which specialized in chocolate. It was recommended by the food blog Fukuoka Eats, which is run by the Canadian YouTuber Micaela. So we got our goods to go, and now we go to the bus stop and hop on a bus that takes us to our goal of the day. We got off in a very quiet neighborhood, and from there we had to walk a really weird way.
Good morning. Also, it's lunchtime actually. We are now on the way to Aburayama because it's supposed to be a super nice Sakura viewing point, but you have to hike again. You can take a bus, which we did, and then you have to walk like 40-50 minutes up to Aburayama Citizens Forest. And that's what we are doing today. And I'm out of breath again.
We were not 100% sure if we were on the right path. It felt like we are getting lost in the mountains all over again. But what gave us hope were the fallen cherry blossom petals on the ground. So maybe we are on the right path after all.
We are on the right path. Sakura petals are flowing in our direction. Ja, Aufnahme.
And we made it to the parking lot at least. It had these signs explaining where to go and which hiking path to follow when you want to see the cherry blossoms. We chose Kaori no Sansakuro, the fragrant walk. I have high hopes, to be honest. You already heard me heavy breathing before in other vlogs and even earlier in this vlog.
Of course.
Serious. 200 meters of hiking. Intense sweating.
I was kind of distracted by my lack of physical fitness and stamina that I couldn't enjoy the view much or even look for the cherry blossom trees that we came to enjoy looking at.
It's a Europe corner, if you can't tell.
But finding one tree that lost a lot of its petals already, that refreshed my memory. The benches and the table were a nice addition and invited us for a longer break too.
Show us what you got.
Now it was time to enjoy our sweet snacks that we bought earlier.
A little brownie. Wie das ist going.
Ja.
a little brownie. So we took the first table and bench that we saw to take a rest after hiking for a while. And we are lucky that we have like a cherry tree next to us, but it's losing all his petals already. We see it on our way, like on the ground. And we're just so unfit and just sweating, being exhausted. But it's the only hiking thing on our list. So now we are taking a break as long as we need to find the first nice spot with a lot of sakura trees, like Sakura forest thing. Not only those right next to the parking lot. We are already looking forward to Yakushima, where we want to do a lot of hiking. But now, taste test. One of the reasons I went, or like I wanted to go to Fukuoka, was because of Micaela. Like for me, it's like one of the OG YouTubers when it comes to Japan vlogging. And she has a website called Fukuoka Eats. And I was looking just at stuff that we can take with us for our hike. And there was like a chocolate store right next to us, and she suggested on her website that the brownies are really delicious. And my husband once bought a brownie at the convenience store and was like horribly disappointed because the texture was so different. So now we are giving it a bite. That is the brownie. It's looking delicious with nuts. I will take a small bite, and if it's good, my husband can eat everything. It's really good. It's moist, a lot of chocolate flavor. You won't be disappointed, honey. And the other thing I picked up was a scone, like a dark one. Like scones are a really British thing to me, and when I was in London I was not able to eat one, so let's try. Okay. I can see why British people have it with tea together, because it's really dry. But there are lots of pieces in there, like lemon pieces, I think. Chocolate pieces, and it also tastes really good, but the brownies are delicious.
After we took a rest to give our unfit bodies a little time to recover, we continued our hiking in hope to find some more cherry blossoms to admire. But we enjoyed the sight of every little petal that came across our way. As you saw earlier, we walked along the Europe corner. It has the name because a lot of trees from Europe were planted along this hiking path. You know, the people that can keep logos from brands apart in milliseconds, but when it comes to nature like trees, plants and herbs, they are actually clueless. I am that people, a child of hypercapitalism and consumerism. Is this the sound of flowing water? So we stumbled on this little waterfall. Never would have guessed that the blue line on the sign earlier could indicate a small running river. What a surprise! Now it was time to admire nature and the fresh, cool running water. A nice cool down from the hiking. Like I said, we were definitely not dressed for this activity, and we are getting hot very fast. And not in the way I enjoy normally. Of course, I wanted to investigate something that caught my attention. After all, I was raised in the city, so nature is still a wondrous thing to my inner city child. Not very gracefully, no elegance, very inexperienced hiker. It's giving no girl and not showgirl. At least a good sense of humor when it comes to my clumsiness. Do I get points for that? Some petty points, please? Finally, I arrived at a huge rock that was overgrown with moss and other plants. It looked so interesting to me that I had no other choice than getting closer and get a few shots. I hope you enjoy this nature shots break. It was not really what we expected from our hike, but let's be honest, we were not fully prepared. Here and there, we spotted some blooming cherry blossom trees. We were happy about every tree and every small cherry blossom petal that crossed our way, even when it was just beside the road and the parking lot. We even got a nice view over the city of Fukuoka. Made our way back to the road. And we found ourselves again walking down the mountain road. Being lost in the mountains felt a little too familiar.
Now we are on our way back down the mountain, back down to the bus stop. We were not able to find the Sakura spots that we imagined that there would be here, because there are so many different hiking trails and we were not well prepared. Clothing wise, we saw just a few people, there were not many people, just elderly people going hiking, wearing their Jack Wolfskin gear and stuff like that. And we're just here with our sneakers and our jeans. But we were still able to see sakura trees, and it was really interesting because they were already losing a lot of their petals. And it was actually kind of beautiful to see all the trails. I mean, you were able to spot petals on the ground, and you could feel okay, there's a sakura tree nearby, and you can explore all the nature and the surroundings to find the source of the sakura petals. And we found this super beautiful waterfall. It was so relaxing and really calm, although I was getting wet feet because I'm a kind of a clumsy person but still adventurous, which sometimes is not the best combination. And then I was surprised when I heard I don't know what sound it was exactly when I was standing in front of the small waterfall, and behind me there was this loud sound of a frog or something, but it must be hidden. So I was oh, what's this? Because it sounded so close. But if you're in Fukuoka during not only springtime, just go here for hiking. It's beautiful, it's not crowded, it's so lovely. And they not only have a sakura trail in autumn, there's a whole trail with the momotsu trees, the red leaf trees. Even though I didn't get the experience I hoped for, I'm so happy now.
We found another place to take a rest and eat some snacks. Next to a lily of the valley, a clear indicator that Kyushu is a 5-star island. If you know, you know. And in the spirit of adventure, we decided to play a very specific song as our soundtrack, all while admiring the different prints on our koala snacks right before we actually snacked them up.
Ja, ganz viele verschiedene Motive. Eine Uhr.
Watch. The one day in Konbini I found this the Koala no Machi. You know, the koala kind of like small cookies in the shape of koalas with whoopsie. Did I say I was clumsy before? I'm not sure. Like the small cookies in the shape of koalas with koala printed on them. And I found this funny or cute collaboration with Frank Müller. I don't know Frank Müller, but it seems to be like a patisserie in Tokyo Ginza. A famous patisserie from Frank Müller. And that's why I picked it. Also because the flavor is lemon tart. And I love lemon tart. It tastes so good. So gut. The German is coming out. Das ist gut. I already ate it. Like, I don't know when. And then I bought it yesterday again, especially for this hiking trip, because we need some snacks when we want to take a rest. But I imagine to sit on the thousands of Sakura trees. But now we're sitting next to the road, going down again. But they are delicious. Focus on it. You can see like the cream lemon filling. And if you see them in Japan, I definitely recommend pick up a box if you like lemon flavor stuff. I do.
Then we found our way back to civilization. What I found interesting that even though we are in the suburbs of a city, there are still these little fields where people grow their crops. We also saw that later in Tokyo on our journey. We were definitely ill-prepared when it comes to hiking in Japan. Although it were all fails in their own way, I really liked it. So probably next time I travel to Japan, I will look for a beginner-friendly hiking trip. A burger place named Hungry Heaven in the center of Fukuoka sounds like the perfect place to get a filling meal. For me, it had a very simple American vibe, and the variety of the burgers on the menu definitely surprised me. There was also a sign that explained how to eat a burger without making a mess. And here they are, our delicious burgers. They look amazing. My husband ordered fries and onion rings on the side as well. In case I showed this sign about how to eat a burger too short, here my husband demonstrating it again. Take your paper, open it, and then take your burger and place it inside. Pull out the metal stick that holds the burger together and then take your first big bite. Now enjoy the whole rest of your burger.
So we went to eat at Hungry Heaven, which is a burger place that also was recommended by Micaela, and it was really good. Like, when it comes to burger places, I really hate it when they are too dry, but there are a lot of burger places in Berlin that are recommended, but I felt like they had really dry patties, but it was really good, and they had like a fluffy bun, and like the outside was really crispy, like they burned it a little bit but not too much. And they also made their own sauce, like their own mayo, and They had their own signature sauce and it was really cute. I'm not sure if it was the owner or another staff member, but at the end when we were paying, they were asking us like, oh, it's the first time that you're here, and we were just like, yeah, it's the first time, and we came here because of this food blogger that recommended us this place, and it was really tasty. The burger was really tasty, and so they were really happy about that. So it was kind of a cute experience, and I can totally see, I think, like at the wall, similar to Michelin stars, there were different kinds of stickers at the wall, red stickers with years at the writing. So I think like this place was like awarded for like one of the maybe top 100 well-known or popular restaurants or something like that. So that was also another sign for the quality of the food. Like the first two recommendations by Micaela were really good, so I'm hyped for the next recommendations that we try out. And now we went to Family Mart because we are going to another Sakura spot, and they had like a campaign. So we bought like a Japanese starter deck with Yamato. I think it was too loud. I really like Yamato, that's why we need to choose one, and it was just 550 yen. That's a deal. I was like, was sagt man immer? Shut up and take my money. That was.
We got ourselves some Hunter waffles again, and also other foods and snacks. Why? Because we are doing proper Hanami again, after we kind of failed at it in the mountains. We went back to Maizuru Park and found ourselves a nice spot on the grass. We also got ourselves the classic blue picnic blanket. And we were not the only ones, but it was very evenly spread out, so it didn't feel too crowded. Also, a small Japanese toddler came to us. He was very curious and wanted to high five with us. That was so cute of him. I'm always fascinated how thoughtful Japanese people are about their product. That they put extra foil between the rice and the toppings so it won't get soggy. God bless Japan. What was also fascinating but also a little scary were these giant birds flying all over us. They were probably on the lookout for food that they can take, but we didn't see them actually doing that. It still felt intimidating, and that we have to be careful.
So today we also went to the Pokémon Center, and this time I decided to pick up this like one box of this set, which is also like gacha. You don't know what's exactly inside, and I was like 2 or 3 times I wanted to buy, but then I was like hesitating to do so. I was checking the boxes, trying to guess the weight and stuff like that, but today was the day when I decided I will buy one because I would be okay with each of the Pokemon or like the designs. The cutest designs are all on the bottom that I think are all incredibly cute, but I still hope for Leafeon. The reason I decided to buy it was also because I saw Leafeon in Book Off for like 2,600 yen, and I said before, like, if I see it individually, like in a Book Off, I'm going to buy it, but it was too expensive, and now I'm just gambling again. So let's try to open it, but my nails are too soft and short. I'm really nervous. I'm not able to tell it yet. Okay. I have still no idea. You can just, they're just pieces. It's not what I wanted, but it's a cute one. So I'm happy. It's all good. Because this was the other one where I think it's like one of the cutest, just I don't know the English or Japanese name. The Japanese name is Nuo. Just taking a shower. It's really cute. I'm relieved actually. So we finally assembled our, what was his name?
Warlord.
Warlord. It is really, really cute how it sits there and just taking a shower together with his flower. But there were no instructions. I have to say there was no instructions how to assemble the whole thing, because if you know like Kinder Surprise in Germany, it's like super popular. There's always like instructions how to assemble everything, and I have to fail a little bit. And there was also, I'm not sure if like Kinder Surprise is like a big thing in other countries, but I remember from my childhood that my mom and I were so obsessed with Kinder Surprise. We also always like shake the eggs, always try to weight it to get like all the cute figures, because the figures in the 90s were the best, let's face it. And we put them on, there was like a scale for fruits and vegetables, and we always put the eggs on the scale so to buy the heaviest one, and the heaviest one were always the figures. So I hoped that we are going to be successful, but we were successful. It's so cute.
Last but not least of the day, we went to Hakata Station, which is the main station of Fukuoka. Of course, first some gacha action. Unfortunately, Fujiko was only printed on the gacha machines, but I found a gacha series I want to put my coins into. Sitting and waiting fruit. And I got something red. The sitting apple. We went to the station to get our JR Kyushu passes. We already postponed that because the line was always so long. Very different compared to Osaka. But now we had not much time anymore and we had to stand in line. We were getting nervous because the sign said until 9 p.m. In Germany, that meant that the staff stops working at precisely 9 p.m. So we thought we were really lucky that we got served there. But here it meant you can join the line until then. So when we left, we still saw people waiting and the staff patiently helping everyone. This is service we are not used to, and I admire this very much. Thanks for watching. I didn't film enough footage to put it in the main part of the video, but we were in a second-hand store in the outskirts of Fukuoka. You can see it here, kind of.
The next station is Hakusaki Kyūdai Mae. Station number H6.
So a small haul time! Hunter x Hunter Irumi figure, Pen figure, Animal Crossing cards and figures, Gacha figure, Mario Golf Game Boy Color game, Mario Kart Game Boy Advance game, Yoshi's Island 2 Game Boy Advance game, Kirby Game Boy game, Ranma Game Boy game, Magic the Gathering card, and a Yamato figure, rubber thingy, something Yamato. So yeah, we didn't really find the perfect Sakura spot, but at least we found good brownies, waterfalls, and new ways to get lost. If you want to keep following our 3 month Japan journey, check out the playlist on the left, or click the video on the right to jump right into the chaos. And maybe subscribe, just to make sure you don't miss the next hiking fail.